forgetful when I wanna play. Little memories from the years so far away. They've been locked where my sadness lays. In a garden that's like a tomb. It'll grow but just not for you. And if those thoughts do enter your head, they'll just come in fragments, never making sense enough to beget any big emotion, any sore regrets. They're just echoes. You'll hear it goes instead. What's this illusion? I anticipate that the past is better than the way ahead. As I trudge through my days, I wait for a feeling that never comes. Things are different when you're young. This unique flavor of pain, should I let it grasp me? What if I never feel that way again?
To the Boise State's Esports Arena. You're watching our coverage of the Smash Bros. Show match today that we have for you. It's going to be a great match between Boise State and Guam. My name is Audrey Runa Norris, and I am joined by Noah Guadara. How are you doing tonight, Noah?
I am doing fantastic. I am excited to see this show match. I think it's going to be a pretty short series. However, any amount of Smash Bros, especially from Boise State, is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do an official match tonight, but at least we do get to give you guys this show match. Who are you excited to see tonight, whether it be player or character specifically?
So I got player and character because the last time we actually saw Boise State play, it was a team battle, and JC's King DDD was just so fantastic. He was dominating. There was also that Sephiroth, but I really like just King DDD because there were so many good plays that JC just made. I believe his gamertag is Leodog, so if we see Leodog pop up, just know that the other team better beware.
Yeah, we're in for a treat if that happens. I do remember that match. That was the one that I got to cast for. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, DDD had a lot of really good plays. Overall, Boise State played really well in that match, so it'll be interesting to see what they do here against Guam tonight. But regardless of whether or not it's a show match, we do have to make sure that we follow Doc's keys to the game. So in Super Smash Bros., you have to remember to punish openings, look for the 2-frame, win in neutral, and don't forget to ever taunt at your opponent.
Yeah, taunting's very important. I think that's what gave Boise State the lead last time. You know, the Sephiroth and the King DDD. They were just getting into the heads of their opponents, getting like really disrespectful deaths. And that can really just
That's right.
taunt.
Yeah,
you can taunt your opponent.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's the game is so much easier because you can already just predict what they're gonna do when they're not in the game.
Yeah, same with just the Sephiroth. He really played to his advantages with his long range as well, and so it went really well for them. So as we talked about before, tonight is a versus match for Boise State versus Guam, and so it'll be a crew battle. And it will be just, yeah, so it's going to be a standard crew battle. if you all remember what that is, do you?
Yes. So crew battle, you have your set of players. I believe it's 4 on each side, and you have 12 lives. And you can swap in and out, but basically as soon as your character loses their 3 stocks, they're out, and then like the next player comes in, and then even if you defeat the player, like get 2 stocks off of them, they have 1 stock left when that next player subs in on the team that lost all their stocks.
Yeah, so damage carries over essentially, and as we get into this first match, BSU has already landed quite a few powerful attacks using Captain Falcon on Guam over there, who is attempting to get a couple hits in, but hasn't been able to, as Falcon goes a solid uppercut into a kick combo.
Yeah, Captain Falcon, very strong abilities. If you get into melee range with him, you are just asking for trouble. He has such powerful attacks. He is a little weak on the recovery. However, that doesn't seem to be an issue, as he's only at 44%. Meanwhile, this other character is at 140%. Yeah, and it looks like it looks like Boise State's already off to an early lead. Yeah, Captain Falcon here, 67.5%, but he's getting a little higher, so now he has to be a little bit careful because he doesn't want to go towards those ledge. He doesn't want to get final smashed or anything like that. We'll actually see how the character from Guam can play this out.
Solid, again, another solid combo from Falcon there as Guam is trying to dodge, charges up an attack and manages to launch Falcon off the side, but he does recover as they begin altercating again. Falcon launches the Guam off the side again, knocking them out there, leaving them with only 1 stock to Falcon's 3. Though it will be interesting because Falcon is very close to KO.
Yeah, actually an important strategy in team battle is that you have percentages to play with, because if you actually have 1 stock remaining, but you're like 150%, that 150% gets reset if you manage to get all the stocks onto the other character. It goes back down to 0, just the way that the smash matches work. However, Captain Falcon, he will get reset as he loses a stock. So now it is 2-1. BSU still off to an early lead. We'll see if Guam can recover and even this up.
Yeah, kind of waiting out right now. Was at the same percentage, but Corin manages to get a solid hit on Falcon and tries to follow that up, but Falcon dodges in the air, then gets hit as he blocks another attack from them. They're going back and forth right now, just trying to figure out each other's moves and get a solid opening for a combo.
Yeah, and it looks like Captain Falcon's having a little more trouble this time around as this Corin actually tries to channel something. Oh! And that is sort of like I wouldn't say that's necessarily disrespectful, but that is the sort of kill that you don't want to see if you're on the team of Guam, just specifically because it looks like that you're doing well, your percentages aren't that high, then all of a sudden you just get smacked down and immediately KO'd like that.
Yeah, no, it is that is definitely, I would agree. It's not a disrespectful kill, but it was a very solid combo there on Captain Falcon's part that prevented Corin from being able to recover there. And so it was a great way to end the match, just ensuring that that last stock was gone and wasn't going to come back.
Yeah. How do you think that Captain Falcon did, though? I think he played pretty well for the first couple of stocks. It looked like he was having some difficulty there in sort of the later part of that match. However, he still managed to eke it out for Boise State, and I think Boise State can continue this momentum. I'm curious to see what the next character will be for Guam. Do you think there are any characters that you think that Guam could pull this out to counter, or do you think they just gotta continue sticking with, the picks that their team normally has?
The thing that makes Falcon a really good character is that he has such powerful melees. What makes him a hard character to handle is that if you don't have any long range and you're also another melee character, he's going to destroy you. So it's something that you have to be really careful about. But something to keep in mind is that just that if you have a character with any ranged abilities, he's really effective. However, something else to mention is that, like, I guess the character that he's lining up against is going to be Yoshi, which does have some ranged abilities, so it should be a little bit more effective against him as they reset their stocks here and are now testing the waters, waiting to see. Yoshi gets the first attack, tries to do that, but Falcon blocks him and tries to send him into the sky unsuccessfully, and Yoshi is able to do it instead.
Yeah, this Captain Falcon already up to about 61% here on that percentage. Yoshi tries to do some sort of ledge play, isn't successful, just takes damage for free, uses the egg, pops, rolls away, actually eats Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon able to recover, uses the shield. It looks like we're just having a little bit of passive play. Neither character wants to get close, and now the percentages are equaled up here.
Yeah. Captain Falcon gets a solid hit on Yoshi, launching him into the sky, but is not able to follow up as Yoshi repeats that, attempts to get a solid attack on him, but is unsuccessful as Falcon combos him and knocks him out of the ring.
Yeah, that is just the staggering power of Captain Falcon. Even if you're in the middle of the ledge, or middle of the stage, you can just get immediately knocked up into the sky so far that it KOs you. But Captain Falcon has to be careful here. Is almost 100%. So he is in range of getting knocked up into the sky himself. We'll see if the Yoshi can eat him and knock him away from the ledge, or see if there's any sort of special play. But Captain Falcon's getting some good hits in here.
Yeah, Captain Falcon is at 112%, so he does have to be careful as he goes in for another combo, launching Yoshi into the air as Yoshi rolls away, trying to get an attack on, but Captain Falcon isn't having it and does another Falcon punch straight towards him, misses his next attack as Yoshi comes back in with a couple of flurry of blows there, trying to block him successfully, but the shields keep coming out, which is something that Captain Falcon is doing a very good job of right now.
Yeah, Captain Falcon on the side of Boise State is having nice use of his shields, but he's taking little picks of damage, and that is the danger, is that even if you dodge most of your attacks, actually Captain Falcon gets put in the egg. Yeah, if you notice, actually Captain Falcon 154% gets another stock off this Yoshi, so Boise State continues to accelerate this lead, but Captain Falcon has to be very careful because now that he's taken so many little hits that it just takes a little hit just like that, and he gets a stock knocked off of him.
Is now 1-1 as BSU does have the lead, as Falcon has been able to launch more attacks at him since Yoshi came back, but Yoshi does get another attack on him, but is unable to counter it or continue it as Falcon launches him into the air, tries to knock him off the side, but Yoshi is able to recover as he gets back, trying to give another attack. They're dancing around a little bit now as Falcon launches him once again into the sky. We are now at 143 on Yoshi as he is trying to be careful about his recovery. Gets a nice attack there on Falcon to prevent him from keeping him off the ledge as they are now rolling around in the danger zone, especially for Yoshi right now.
Yeah, and we actually noticed that Captain Falcon seems to be spamming his upward attacks, upward kicks, upward punches, but this Yoshi is not really able to counter that, so I guess more power to you if it works. And also just Captain Falcon just very much utilizing his shields, gets the grapple there, lots of damage. Yoshi has to be very careful as he is towards the edge. Yoshi will get some nice damage. Captain Falcon will recover, has that invulnerability for a second, and that is all she wrote, folks. Captain Falcon with the fantastic power attack.
Yeah, Yoshi was at such a high percentage that he was able to launch him from the other side of the map to a knockout, which is very impressive. It can be really hard to do, but Yoshi is a lighter character, so it makes sense that that was possible in that last bit there. But now that does mean that Boise State does have the advantage right now. They have not lost any characters. However, Captain Falcon is at 1 stock, so this will be a dangerous next match for BSU.
Yeah, but we've already seen that just with 1 stock, Captain Falcon can be very dangerous. All it takes is just one slight mistake or taking a few too many hits, getting hit by those upward attacks, not dodging away, not shielding. And so I think now the debate comes, how many more stocks off the team of Guam can this Captain Falcon take before they lose that final stock?
I'd say at least 1, maybe 2 more stocks. I think it depends on the character. Captain Falcon has been really good at getting a couple stocks before losing 1, but I think it will be very hard for him to keep up on his game without losing that stock there. I think one easy mistake could cause his downfall. However, if you would like to get in on the fun as well, Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
Yeah, and I really want to see what Boise State's next character is. Nothing to the Captain Falcon. I'm not saying that I want the Captain Falcon to lose.
We
but
love our Falcon, man.
Yes, I want to see whether it's like Sephiroth or King DDD, because Captain Falcon can't just take all the credit for Boise State. Come on, you got to share the love.
If I remember correctly, last time we watched Captain Falcon play, we jokingly called his knee uppercut, like his knee combo in the air, the people's knee, if I remember correctly. So perhaps we'll get a few of those off before he manages to lose his next stock. However, it looks like his next competitor is going to be Min Min, which definitely will be a harder match for him since it is a completely long-range space character.
Yeah, just look at those floppy arms, extendo grips over here. And Captain Falcon doesn't seem to be phased at all, as there's just a lot of free damage going onto this. Min Min can't really use those long-range attacks for anything. Looks like this Captain Falcon has Min Min figured out. Actually does get a nice recovery, and Min Min just throws away stock.
Yeah, Min Min is currently dancing around below, and Falcon uses that to his advantage to knock her off the side and attempt to get her out of the way. Unfortunately, Min Min has excellent recoveries, able to counterattack, getting 2 solid hits on him, bringing their percentages closer. Falcon gets another kick off, though, tries to knock her down, and is unable to.
Yeah, it just really feels bad when you're on the side of Guam and one single press attack on this Captain Falcon does 30% damage to your character, and you said 1 or 2 stocks was going to be taken away by this Captain Falcon. It's looking like it might be 3. He's only at 36%. We'll see what happens here, but this Min Min not really achieving much damage here on the Captain Falcon, but that actually might be changing as gets up to about 75%.
Yeah, with Captain Falcon now slightly closer to the danger zone with a couple combos, Min Min is able to get another attack off. Falcon dodging the other 2, retaliating as they go back and forth with another couple solid hits from Min Min, allowing her to get him into the 109% area, with her only having about 16% currently as her stocks. As I say that, of course, Falcon, never mind. I guess she just...
We'll chalk that up to a misinput.
That does happen sometimes.
Yes, but one thing I just wanted to note in that fight, towards the end of that fight, actually, Captain Falcon was doing a really good job of sort of not necessarily just countering, but like very quickly dodging the attacks from the Min Min, making sure that he doesn't get deterred from getting into that close range and just causing so much havoc. And I guess I don't necessarily know what happened there at the end with the Min Min just falling off the ledge. But I will say that Boise State's Captain Falcon really just played that fantastically. And hopefully with this final stock, we have a bit of a closer fight, because that is what the viewers want as we get into this next game.
Now, the newest opponent for Captain Falcon will be Kirby. Kirby is going to be a very interesting character against Captain Falcon because he's got a lot of different abilities that will... Not a ton of ranged abilities, but he definitely could counter Falcon here, so we'll have to see what happens if through this match. They exchange a couple missed hits as Captain Falcon gets the first attacks off, but then Kirby is able to get a solid aerial attack off and create a combo, almost knocking Falcon off the side as he manages to recover at the last second there.
Yeah, and I think something that we need to note, that little hidden factor here, is that this Kirby has the spooky colors, and it is October, so that's true. That is the hidden buff here. As actually this Kirby is getting a lot of nice damage on this Captain Falcon. This might it. He's not able to recover, and adios, Captain Falcon. It was a very good run that you did. You took off 9 stocks off of the team of Guam, but the next character will sub in.
Yeah, so the Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State Esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20K bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuardGaming.
Yeah. And, oh, yeah, so Guam has this Kirby as their final bastion of defense. Do you think that Kirby can pull it off, or do you think that Boise State is going to finish this out with their next character?
It'll definitely be hard to tell. Kirby did not lose any of their stocks in that last match, though, so that'll definitely be an advantage. However, it will be a very strong uphill battle there. There's going to be a lot of dangerous characters to deal with, depending on whether or not we see Sephiroth or some just longer range characters that could really put Kirby in jeopardy there. I think it's definitely possible, especially with the power of spooky Kirby that we have currently. But we'll have to see as we get into this next match here. It is against DDD, the one you were waiting for.
Guam is sweating a little bit here. However, if the Captain Falcon can take off 9 stocks, mayhaps the Kirby can as well. But this King DDD is just smacking him with the mallet. There's actually a lot of trait damage going back and forth, but the Kirby is getting a little high in the percentages, so he has to be a little bit careful. Actually, DDD taking the worst of that trait there.
Yeah, DDD attempts to knock Kirby off the side and is unsuccessful, allowing Kirby to stomp him into the bottom there, making him lose a stock, as now Kirby is avoiding some other attacks, trying to retaliate against him as he keeps combo after combo, canceling DDD right now. DDD, however, is able to retaliate, launching him into the air, so the stocks are now 2-2, with it now was in DDD's favor until Kirby was able to get a few good attacks in there.
Something to note is that, yeah, the DDD lost a stock early, and now it's 1-for-1, it's even, but that is not the game that Boise State has to play in this crew battle. This DDD can play a bit looser with these stocks because there are still 2 more characters, as I say that, and the DDD loses another stock. Boise State has 2 more characters after this, and not necessarily saying that you don't want to just finish out your competition, but maybe we'll see a little bit of experimentation and gameplay coming out from this DDD.
Yeah, Kirby is getting a couple more attacks, attempts to go for a swallow, and is unsuccessful as DDD knocks him out into the end of the arena, making it 1-1. It is in Kirby's favor currently as he tries to knock DDD off the side and he recovers.
We'll see if this Kirby can get the best of this stock, but things are looking a little grim here. Spooky is one word to say about this Kirby, but also the state of Guam's lives. 1 life left, and we'll see if the Kirby can do it, because even though the percentages are high, if the stock gets taken off here on the King DDD, then he gets to go back to 0%, as I say that. And Boise State, with 7 stocks left, takes the series. So just really nice gameplay here from Boise State. The King DDD wasn't the absolute monster that we saw last time. However, this Kirby seemed like a very good opponent, and so managed to finish off Captain Falcon, managed to take 2 stocks off of the King DDD. So well played to Guam. It was a good fight. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough as Boise State takes the series.
Yeah, Falcon was definitely able to just take advantage of the fact that he's such an aggressive character. And so he was able to get in, especially against a lot of those characters who were also melee, and just take advantage of the fact that his attacks are stronger and that he has such good dodge potential as long as he's right next to them. And that was definitely the downfall for Guam there. However, it was really impressive to see Kirby just go out there and just kind of knock him around a little bit, and just, it was over. That was one of the fastest matches, actually, that we got to watch, too.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of a show match between Boise State and Guam. This wasn't really for any prize money. This was just a nice thing to broadcast, nice thing to show, demonstrate that Boise State has an excellent Super Smash Bros. Team, and I hope to see more of them in future broadcasts.
Absolutely, and we will close out with the Idaho Army National Guard top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho National Army Guard. With over 10 jobs, over 20K in scholarships, and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Thank you, Army National Guard, and here is your top 5 plays from that Smash Bros. Showcase match.
Trying to be there to get you through. Oh, I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine. Working the night shift, think I'm going blind. 'Cause every time you're crying, I can't see bright. Clocking in till I'm all worked out. I got a psychic now, yeah, with a therapy couch. But you attention like I pay my rent, and when the last song sank, got a brand new tech. Try to give you the benefit, give you all of my credit, but I think we come to the end of it. You've been maxing it out. I don't have much to give. Oh, I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine. Working the night shift, think I'm going blind. 'Cause every time you're crying, I can't see bright. You fall asleep too fast. I hope my head don't crash. Don't think that I can last. You're supported. Sometimes I need the same. Been falling through my brain. I gave myself away. 'Cause I need you. I thought this was a two-way track. Turned around and now there's no way back. Close my eyes and drift away. Oh, I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine. Working the night shift, think I'm going dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me where you are. we're toxic, but it just don't feel right letting you go. But you play a game I can't escape. I'm caught up in the middle.
Getting memes made of
And all the things we said, I wish I could forget you. I know I'm not the easiest to love. I thought I would at least be worth a shot. Instead you gave up on me 2 months in. 'Cause my flies were too hard to deal with. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? If you did, we wouldn't be in this place. In this place, I wouldn't be here trying to say I'm sorry for parts of me. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? In the first place. I know I jump into things too fast. I thought I could trust you right off the bat. Instead you turned my vulnerability against me and tore apart the heart from my sleeve. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? If you did, we wouldn't be in this place. In this place, I wouldn't be here trying to say I'm sorry for parts of me. Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? In the first place? In the first place? Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? Make far